Happy Housing Day, and may the odds be ever in your favor. That is basically what it's like being a freshman on Housing Day. And if you don't know what Housing Day is, it's okay, I'm about to explain it. It is when the Harvard administration releases to the freshmen what house they're going to be living in for the next 3 years, for the remainder of their time at Harvard. Because there we have the freshmen living in dorms and the upperclassmen living in houses. And it's such a fun day. It's almost a little bit kind of like getting your house in Hogwarts, except there is no defining characteristics of each house. It's completely random, but there is a lot of house pride in it. As a peer advising fellow, a PAF, I do mentor freshmen. I've been doing that for the past 3 years. I am not going to slander any of the houses because every house is a great house. I firmly believe that. Even if I wasn't a PAF, I wouldn't be out here slandering any of the houses. But especially because I'm a PAF. I am, though, going to be hyping up the quad, and I am going to be hyping up FOHO. I'm going to talk a little bit about Virtual Housing Day, and of course, it took place here in my basement. It's where I've been spending my entire senior spring. So wake up, you go, you check for your Zoom link, and here I am just so excited because Housing Day, second only probably to Harvard Yale, is the biggest day of the year. It is the biggest recurring event on the Harvard calendar. And I have been a participant in every single Housing Day that I've been afforded. Even when we got sent home last year, I still made sure that I took part in that Virtual Housing Day as well. And it's just such a great feeling to welcome people into your home. So what I did, I woke up, I watched the FOHO Housing Day video, and so many of my senior friends from my blocking group are in that video as the polar bears. So I'm sitting there going, oh my God, it's my friends. I wish just a little bit. I wish that I had decided to go back to Harvard campus for the senior spring. That way I would have been able to take part in that with them. But I am living vicariously through them, seeing them dancing. They're showing off all of the amenities that FOHO has because we have a great house. And they're going through the quad lawn, the FOHO dining hall, the FOJO, the spa, the igloo, the JCR, and just all these memories, all of these feelings, seeing my house. And I will go back to FOHO at some point in the future and I probably am gonna tear up. I don't think I'll cry, but there's a lot of emotions that are connected to your house. And I'm sure any senior would say the same thing because it's where you live. It's where you've been for the past 3 years. So I watched the FOHO Housing Day video. I'm feeling all of these feelings. I'm getting dressed. I have my FOHO swag, my FOHO polar bear. If you remember, this came in the mail in a FOHO care package. So I have this little guy, and I also have a Zoom background, and I am sitting there ready to quad some freshmen because that is a beautiful feeling to welcome people into what I think is the best neighborhood that Harvard has to offer, because there are 12 houses and each group of 3 is a different neighborhood. So the quad is a neighborhood. And we get onto the Zoom, we're waiting as the seniors, juniors, and sophomores that already live in FOHO. Then they let the freshmen in and you hear some of them going, oh no, we got quadded. But then you also hear others saying, we got FOHO, yay! Because there are some people that do want to get quadded. They do exist. And it was just a good experience. You get to welcome them in. You get to say, PFOHO, welcome to your new FOHO home. PFOHO, welcome to your new FOHO home. So it's just such a nice experience being able to welcome people in because it is a FOHO home. You become a FOHOmie. That was the end of the dorm storming. Although it's It is much more fun in person. It's a lot more physically straining in person also because you gotta run and go up steps, but great time being able to dorm storm. I also want to take some time to talk about getting quadded. Most people do not recognize their blessings when they first see them. And they don't recognize that they're joining a fantastic neighborhood that has a distinct area, a distinct culture, a distinct pride. I myself was not happy to get quadded. I was distraught. I saw the polar bear coming in, jumping around. They were screaming, PFOHO, welcome to your new faux home. And I was, yay! Yay! I was not feeling good. The only thing I knew about the quad was that it was far. That is all I knew. And I just accepted that the quad is far. The quad is not a nice place to live because it is far. That is the full extent of what I knew about the quad when I was a freshman on housing day. But you know what? Things change when you get informed, when you start talking to people, and when you actually live there. So for 4 months, I was just dreading moving into the quad. And then for peer advising fellow orientation, they house us in the quad. So I got to move into my house early, and that is when I personally fell in love with FOHO and the quad in general. That is why, as a path, I will take any opportunity I can to hype up the quad and tell freshmen that every house is a great place to live, that the quad is a great place to live, and that you can be happy wherever it is that you get placed. Because I didn't have that. I had to figure it out on my own, and I love being able to just give my pitch that the quad is a great neighborhood. And it's so nice. It's so nice. Going back to my own experience, I completely understand not being happy with the house that you got if you got quadded, or even if you got a river house. I completely understand being a little bit mad, sad, frustrated that you didn't get what you wanted. That's okay. Here's the thing that you need to do though. This is my advice for any freshman. And this is something I didn't do. So it is the biggest regret that I have from freshman year. Tonight, you need to go to your house's welcome activities. And you need to do that because this is literally them trying to woo you so that you can fall in love with the house before you move in. I didn't do that. And I paid for it because I was just not in the right mindset with my house. I did not come with the open mind and the open arms that they were extending towards me. Just be ready to be accepted because they already love you. They already love the freshmen. No matter what, they don't know anything about you, but they're ready for you to be a part of the house life. So I wish that I was there. That way I would be able to welcome people into FOHO and into the quad at large, but I am here and that's okay. They will have things on Zoom. I think that is everything I want to cover. I talked a little bit about my first housing day, about my last housing day, and I gave a little bit of advice to any freshmen. That way they can make the most of their housing day experience. So we will see you in the next video. Bye.